Much of the world, including the so-called free societies, is conditioned to dismiss suffering and systemic issues with humor, trivializing the consequences of deeper societal flaws. Take, for example, the stereotype of Americans being overweight. It isn't just a matter of personal choices or light-hearted humor. It's a symptom of broader issues like the manipulation of food systems, lack of proper health care, and the overwhelming dominance of corporate interests that prioritize profit over public well-being. Behind the chuckles lies a truth that's hard to face. Many are trapped in cycles of poor health, poor education, and poor choices, but these aren't solely individual failings. They are reflections of a system that has, for decades, neglected the very needs it was meant to support. In this context, laughter or derision can be an insidious form of ignorance. It serves as a shield to avoid confronting uncomfortable realities about how power structures fail the people they claim to serve. The true tragedy is not just in the individual's struggles, but in the way these struggles are either ignored or romanticized, allowing them to continue unchecked. And those who continue to joke or mock might be blind to the bigger picture, their own complicity in the perpetuation of these injustices through apathy, or worse, active participation in maintaining the status quo. True change begins when we stop laughing and start asking why things are the way they are, and what it would take to build a system that truly nurtures its people. The illusion of free will, when choices are shaped by external forces exploiting primitive instincts, is one of the greatest ironies of our time. People scoff at the idea of mass control because they associate it with overt dictatorship, yet they fail to see how they are subtly molded every day, nudged, manipulated, and conditioned. The most effective form of control is the one that goes unnoticed, where people not only comply but feel as though they are acting out of their own volition. Marketing, media, politics, it's all behavioral engineering, leveraging fear, desire, and perceived scarcity to mold society into a machine that serves a very select few. Before humanity can dream of deciphering alien intelligence, it must first acknowledge its own self-imposed alienation. We categorize intelligence by the ability to manipulate and dominate, yet we ourselves are ensnared in loops of addiction, instant gratification, and reactionary decision-making. The so-called less evolved creatures at least act according to their nature, while humans, with all their supposed intelligence, allow themselves to be shaped into something unnatural. Automatons for consumerism, bound by invisible chains of dopamine, debt, and digital validation. Everything is artificial, yet presented as something meaningful. Flavored sugar. Not nourishment, but the illusion of nourishment. Just as food is stripped of its purity and pumped with artificial flavors, so too is reality itself. Synthetic experiences, synthetic aspirations, synthetic identities, all designed to keep the mind craving more. If evolution means anything, it must mean the ability to see through these constructs, to break free from programmed behaviors and reclaim true autonomy. Until then, we remain what the system wants us to be: predictable, programmable, and profitable.